Welcome to Magic 1 Extra, a place where everyone has a story to tell. Are you looking for trusted celebrity news? Visit Magic 1 Extra at www.magic1extra.com and keep updated with fresh news 24/7. Follow Magic 1 Extra on Facebook and Twitter at Magic 1 Extra.
Paris Saint-Germain are reportedly keen on making Jose Mourinho their next manager, with Christophe Galtier expected to lead the role at the end of the season. The 60-year-old is currently the manager of Roma in Serie A, but his future is up in the air, with his contract set to expire at the end of next season. With he and the club still some way apart in terms of reaching an agreement, PSG are said to be preparing an approach for the Portuguese to become the club's next coach. Galtier's time at Les Parisiens is expected to end with the close of the season, and with the club in search of a replacement, former Chelsea boss Jose Mourinho is said to be the most preferred candidate to assume the role, according to GFFN. The club's sporting director, Luis Campos, who facilitated Galtier's hiring, is reportedly interested in bringing in Mourinho, with whom they work together at Real Madrid. The Portuguese tactician is said to be preferred to other candidates due to their European pedigree. Although there are some concerns that his big personality would clash with some of the big players at the club is still reportedly happy to approach him, and Mourinho is said to be willing to listen to offers from the club. Meanwhile, Paris Saint-Germain forward Kylian Mbappé has reached another major milestone with the Ligue 1 giants in their 3-1 win over Lens in game week 31. Mbappé opened the scoring against Lens in the 19th minute with a brilliant effort into the far corner to bring his tally for the 2022-23 season to 20 goals. He also assisted PSG's third goal for Lionel Messi, reaching for assists for the season, and combining with Messi for the 23rd time in Ligue 1 since the Argentine joined PSG, making them the most devastating duo in the league since the start of the 2021-22 season. Real Madrid's victory over Chelsea in their UEFA Champions League quarter-final clash has apparently come at a cost after loss. Blanco's coach Carlo Ancelotti confirmed that defender David Alaba had a serious injury setback during the game at Stamford Bridge. Real Madrid played a superb game against the Blues to secure a 2-0 away win and a 4-0 aggregate scoreline against Chelsea. But according to Ancelotti, two players suffered knocks during the second leg fixture, with Alaba's being the more serious one. The Austrian defender was taken off after the first half and replaced by Antonio Rudiger, who faced his old club and did well to marshal the defense to a second consecutive clean sheet against the Blues. It is believed that Alaba suffered a tight hamstring, forcing Ancelotti into an early change, and it is currently uncertain how bad the injury is or how long the Austrian will be sidelined for, although his Italian manager painted a grim picture of the injury compared to the one suffered by Benzema. Speaking after the win over Chelsea, Ancelotti said, "Alaba has had a problem, his hamstring was tight and we had made the change at the end of the first half. Karim had a blow, a stomp on his foot, it started to bother him at the end and we changed him." With Real Madrid entering the most important stages of the UEFA Champions League as well as having a Copa del Rey final against Osasuna to play, they will be hoping that Alaba is able to play sooner rather than later. Real Madrid could face either Bayern Munich, Alaba's former club, or Manchester City, who currently employ Alaba's former head coach Pep Guardiola, and Los Blancos are counting on his experience and knowledge about these two teams to help them navigate what is expected to be a tricky semi-final tie. Manchester City go into the second leg against Bayern Munich full of confidence after a first leg in which they were the far better side. At the Etihad Stadium last week, they won 3-0 comprehensively, thanks to goals from Rodri, Bernardo Silva, and Erling Haaland. Before that first leg triumph, Guardiola spoke about how City had been eliminated in previous years due to conceding a lot of goals they should not have conceded. The manager was asked how he could be sure that these recent Champions League exits would not be on his players' minds at Allianz Arena on Wednesday. "We can't think about the past. That'd be a big mistake for us, so we just prepare for this game," he said. "Our mindset will be to prepare for the Bayern game by watching the first leg, seeing what we could do better, and how we can control the game and punish them. We are here in Munich against one of the most historical sides in the Champions League. We are not here to defend something the 3 goals. It's 11 men against 11 and try to be better than the opponent in this specific game. Our mindset is to try and win the game." The City boss will be delighted to be able to call on Phil Foden again. The England international is back in training after having emergency operation for appendicitis. Foden will give City a new dimension to their attack and allow Guardiola give some rest to the in-form Jack Grealish. Embedded content. Napoli boss Luciano Spalletti has fingered multiple refereeing calls that went against his team, as he analysed his team's crash out of Europe's elite competition. Napoli drew 1-1 on the night, but a 1-0 defeat in the first leg meant they were knocked out of the Champions League with a 2-1 aggregate result. Milan were given a penalty, which Giroud missed in the 22nd minute of the game, but the French striker made up for it in the 43rd minute, tapping him from close range after Rafael Leao squared the ball to him. Napoli were given a penalty of their own in the second half, but Kvaratskhelia failed to convert. On the 93rd minute mark, Victor Osimhen scored an equaliser for the hosts, but it was too late to start a comeback. Spalletti started by criticising the yellow card to Kim Min-jae and the red card to Zambia Anguissa in the first leg, which earned both players suspensions, effectively ruling them out of today's match. The Italian manager believes the bookings were unjust. In my opinion, 2 players were unjustly suspended in the first leg. On what was the evaluation of the first game, I also saw the newspapers lined up in the inconsistency, he said, per the BBC. He went on to complain about a penalty his team were not given in the 37th minute of the game when Leo looked to have clattered Herving Lozano in the box, but upon review by VAR, a spot kick was not given. The 64-year-old believed there was enough contact to earn his team a penalty, saying the impact caused the Mexican forward to twist his ankle. Then tonight in the 37th minute, there is the clear penalty that you can't see. And we don't talk about contact, it's contact. When it's impact, it's impact. Tonight there was an impact, because it twisted his ankle. Napoli will now focus fully on Serie A as they look to wrap up the competition. They face a difficult match against Juventus over the weekend at the Diego Armando Maradona Stadium.
Thank you for watching. Magic 1 Extra will update you on more developing stories. For more information, WhatsApp Magic 1 Extra on +2567052222435.